Wow, you've really outdone yourself this time with this collection of material. It's like a jigsaw puzzle with missing pieces, and some of the pieces are from completely different puzzles. But our mission, if you choose to accept it, is to take these excerpts, these pieces, and find out what they mean. Find out what's really important. Maybe find a bigger picture without, getting bogged down in every little detail.
I think that's a great way to put it. It is like a jigsaw puzzle. And I think one of the most interesting things is that we see all these different themes kind of coming together. So we have
Hmm.
moments of like surprising aid and help, and then moments of clear manipulation. We see technology that could be used for great connection, but also for serious harm. And then, of course, we have these individuals who are pushed to their limits and they reveal these hidden capabilities.
Yeah.
And running through all of this is this idea of like altered states of being and the pursuit of extended life.
Yeah. You hit the nail on the head with that one. Altered states. Wow. Okay, let's get started, shall we? We're going to start with the with young Brody in the woods. He meets this man. And it's almost like something out of an old folk tale or something.
Yeah.
Brody's trying to hit this target with stones, and this man just kind of steps in, looks at the situation, and offers him this beautifully made slingshot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The man's quiet observation is really striking to me. There's no mockery, no judgment. It's just like he sees a need and he fills it.
Right.
And the detail about him collecting Brody's rocks afterwards, that's interesting too. It's like there's a purpose behind this. It's not just a random act, it's deliberate. And then of course we have Brody's immediate aversion to the camera, almost like an instinctual dislike, and kind of suggests that maybe in this world surveillance is a common thing and not a welcome one at that.
And those eyes, those
Hmm.
flat, strange color eyes,
Mm.
they just add to the mystery of this encounter. It's not your typical friendly stranger. It's like a subtle intervention, a helping hand, but in this really tangible way. And the fact that this doctor character, who we think is the same man, right? He reappears to Brody later as dusk is falling, almost like a guardian angel or something. Showing up at these pivotal moments, it makes you wonder, these random acts of kindness, or is there something more going on here?
That's the question, isn't it? The fact that he reappears suggests it's not random.
Right.
There's some level of orchestration at play here. It makes you wonder if these kinds of guiding forces, maybe even mysterious forces, are a regular part of this world. It's like someone's setting things in motion.
Right. It's like a chess game with a grandmaster that we can't even see.
Yeah.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit. You've also included this really tense exchange between the doctor and Shrila, the journalist. And this immediately throws us into this murky world of information and disinformation. We're not even talking about withholding information now, but actively spreading false information. And Shrila, she's obviously a journalist with strong principles. She's not willing to just produce what she sees as propaganda.
Absolutely. And that's such an important point in this world where information is so powerful. Shrila's stance reminds us that trust and integrity are still vital. It's not just about access to information, it's about the quality and truthfulness of that information.
Yeah.
And the fact that the doctor admits to wanting to use this information for disinformation is unsettling. He even says it's to confuse an enemy, but
Well, and then there's her question, right? Who is the enemy this time?
yeah.
And the doctor doesn't answer. So we're left wondering, is it even an enemy? What justifies this kind of manipulation? And it feels like this distrust of information, this manipulation, echoes throughout a lot of these excerpts. You
Well,
know,
you're right, it does. It's this underlying current of unease about who to trust and what to believe. The silence speaks volumes too, doesn't it? It's like there's a whole world of secrets and motives that we're not privy to.
Speaking of secrets, let's talk about technology. We see everything from O'Hara's news system that filters everything to his liking to some seriously scary gadgets. It's clear this world is technologically advanced, but it comes with a price. Take that B&O system of his. On one hand, it's convenient. You only see the news you want. But on the other, it could lead to a very narrow and maybe even warped view of reality.
Yeah, it's like the ultimate echo chamber.
Right.
It's so personalized that you might completely miss out on crucial information or perspectives that challenge your own. And then you have that holographic image of Jack Blood, disturbing imagery alongside unaltered sound. It's a stark reminder that even in these tailored realities, the raw, unfiltered truth has a way of seeping through.
It's almost like a glitch in the matrix or something, that rawness bleeding into the curated experience. And it's telling that O'Hara kind of skips through all the news until he gets to this article about Srila Govindia's biochemistry paper. It's like her work is so unusual that it even stands out in his filtered feed. And then we get this contrast, right? This sniper mole ray looking through his scope at his target. It's a cold, detached perspective, a very different kind of technological lens.
It's a chilling reminder of how technology can be used for harm. It's not just about controlling information or creating these personalized experiences. It's also a tool for surveillance and violence. And let's not forget about that malfunctioning Vickers helmet. Remember that?
Oh my gosh, how could I forget that? That was a classic Buy British moment.
Hmm.
This supposedly high-tech helmet just goes haywire and almost causes serious harm. And Ace's reaction, priceless. It's a good reminder that even the most advanced tech can be unreliable.
It's a reminder that human error and design flaws can have serious consequences.
Right.
Even in a world of advanced technology, things can and do go wrong. And it's interesting because it suggests that they have to rely on these tools even when they're flawed. It's like a necessary risk they have to take.
It's like that saying, necessity is the mother of invention. Or maybe in this case, necessity is the mother of using things that are kind of broken. But amidst all this advanced tech and shady stuff, we also see people trying to survive. Maria in New York, for example. She's clearly been through a lot, and she's got this rebellious streak. Remember that story about the police picnic and the LSD?
Oh, yeah, that was a classic Jerome's idea. Putting that in the refreshments, it shows that she's not afraid to push boundaries, and she's resourceful. And those hacking skills of hers, she's breaking into the Butler Institute to get information. She wants to know what they're really up to.
And she's singing The Clash while she does it. It's a little detail, but it tells you something about her. She's not just some cold, calculating hacker. She's got personality. And she finds a way to make even these high-pressure situations her own. It's a big contrast to Bobby Prescott in the library. Remember him? Terrified. And the doctor just completely controls him with a drawing.
Yeah. It's a stark reminder that not everyone in this world is equipped to deal with these kinds of psychological tactics, and it makes you think about the nature of fear and how easily it can be manipulated, especially when someone has the knowledge and power to do so.
And that brings us to another disturbing aspect of this world, the organ harvesting and transplants. This biostock acquisition company and their colorful fleet of vehicles. That ambulance speeding through the streets driven by Christian and Mulray. And Stephanie's history with transplants. A cyst, lung cancer, her new lungs coming from a young woman in a very bad environment. It's pretty grim when you think about it.
Yeah, it's a stark reality where health has become this precious commodity. And people are desperate for organs to survive. The fact they're sourcing organs from these compromised environments is really telling. It speaks to a world where the lines between ethical practices and desperation have become blurred. Survival at any cost.
Exactly. And O'Hara saying that health is more valuable than gold or oil or even water. That's a chilling statement. It makes his project even more disturbing. And Stephanie's fear of being used for spare parts and Vincent knowing that the Institute scoops up anyone warm and breathing really reinforces this idea.
It's like the commodification of the human body taken to the extreme. They're not even seen as people anymore, just sources of valuable organs.
All right, let's move on to something maybe a little less dark, but still pretty weird. Altered states of being, extended life, this quest for immortality. We see this poor man's version of cryogenics, people suspending themselves in gel inside these barrels. Popular in California, apparently. It seems like everyone wants to cheat death somehow.
The image of those blue eyes staring out from the dark fluid is so unsettling. It makes this abstract idea of suspended animation very real. And then you have O'Hara and his project, this bunker filled with computers that will hold people's minds. Digital immortality, he thinks it's the next step in evolution, that he's saving people, including his own son.
And he doesn't even seem to care that his wife is completely against it. He's so focused on his vision of the future that he's completely blind to the human cost. And it's interesting how you have these two different approaches to immortality, right? Digital versus this suspended animation. But they both speak to this deep-seated human desire to avoid death.
Absolutely. It makes you think about what it truly means to be alive. Is a digitized mind still a person? Is someone suspended in a gel truly living? These are profound questions that go way beyond just the technology itself.
Okay, now let's talk about something a bit more straightforward. The action. We see Ace fighting Masood. She's quick thinking, good with hand-to-hand combat. She even kicks his rucksack away in the middle of the fight.
Yeah, she's definitely not someone to mess with. She's skilled and she thinks on her feet. And then you have Mancuso in the hovercraft. She doesn't hesitate. Just stomps that guy right back down the hatch. But even she has trouble because this guy is on some kind of powerful stimulant.
Yeah, that dextrine analog stuff. It's like they're pushing human performance to the limit. Makes you wonder what the long-term consequences are.
Yeah.
And speaking of unexpected stuff, what about that incident with Mancuso's gun, firing on its own at that woman in the tie-dyed shirt?
That was bizarre. It suggests that there's more going on than just human actions and technological glitches, almost like there's some kind of external influence or control at play, a level of manipulation that we're not fully grasping yet.
Definitely creepy.
Yeah.
Okay, last but not least, these strange psychic or empathic connections. Vincent in the gel. He's in this dreamlike state, but he's still aware. And then Justine can feel his emotions, his memories, especially the memory of her lost friend.
It's a deep connection, something beyond our normal understanding. And the image she projects, the little girl alone after her friend disappears, it's so powerful and emotionally charged. It speaks to the lasting impact of trauma and maybe even the ability for these emotions to be shared or transferred between people.
And the doctor calls Vincent a kind of conduit, channeling power from the emotions and memories of others. It's a fascinating concept.
Yeah.
And Justine accusing the doctor of being a sorcerer and mentioning a gateway to other worlds in the cellar, it blurs the lines between science and something else entirely, something almost supernatural.
It's like we're getting glimpses of a hidden reality, a world beyond our normal perception.
A world where the rules are different and the possibilities are both exciting and terrifying. And then we come back to Brody in that broken slingshot. The doctor says, yes, but it served its purpose, even though it's broken. It's like a closing statement on this whole encounter.
It's symbolic.
Right.
The slingshot was a tool, it had a purpose, and even though it's broken now, that purpose has been fulfilled. And the fact that the doctor is focused on Vincent and Justine walking away, it suggests that there's a bigger story unfolding here, a story that goes beyond just Brody and his slingshot.
It's like we've just seen one small act in a much larger play, and we're left wondering what happens next. So there you have it, a deep dive into this incredibly rich and complex collection of material. We hope we've shed some light on these key themes and the surprising connections between them.
As you continue to explore this world on your own, we encourage you to think about the themes we've discussed. The ethical implications of power, the double-edged sword of technology, the human need for connection and meaning, and the boundaries between science and the unexplained.
And one final thought for you to ponder. Given what we've seen about advanced technology, altered states of being, and psychic abilities, what does it really mean to be human in this world? And are these concepts as far-fetched as they might seem? Keep exploring and see where these questions lead you. You might be surprised at what you discover.